What's up, YouTube? So, I'm going to talk to you today about something I've been going through, about someone that I was very fond of. So, one of the things that you have to understand when you're going through a battle and something very difficult in your life is you have to do self-analysis and understand, number one, what you're feeling. Okay, identify your feelings. Number two, why you're feeling that way. So, someone I cared about, I had deeply missed, and I said, why? Why am I feeling this way? And I found out the answers. Because of the way she makes me feel, right? Because of the way someone makes you feel. That feeling is what we get addicted to. That feeling of being alive, that feeling of being in love, it's euphoric. It's almost like a drug. When you take cocaine, or you smoke marijuana, or you drink liquor, it makes you feel something. It dulls the pain, or it amplifies the way you feel. Take caffeine, it amplifies your mood, makes you excited, accelerates your heart rate, gives you a boost of energy. It changes your feeling, you understand? That's why it's addictive. So there's two ways to change the subconscious mind through neuro-linguistic programming, which is, and it's called NLP. N like November, L like Lima, P like program. Neuro-linguistic programming. Number one, the safest and best way is repetition. Number two, emotional attachment. So let's say, for example, someone is raped or someone wins the lottery. Could be good or bad. Those are things, and let's say, for example, they're playing a song somewhere over the rainbow, and you find out you won the lottery. Okay, that song is going to be ingrained in your mind. It happens to us when we're children. It happens to us when we're kids through the subconscious mind. So I said all that to say this. How do you get through it? What's the solution? Number one, you've got to identify it. Number two, you have to understand, really, if you know the person is not good for you and not healthy for you, you have to remember those things that they did that pissed you off, that made you get rid of them in the first place. Now, you can replace them. That's always a good option to do. However, the problem with that is that you replace them with somebody else, it makes you codependent instead of independent. You wanna have, in order to dominate in life, in order to be the best version of yourself, you can't be dependent upon anybody else. You have to be dependent upon yourself. Strength comes from within you. It's not an external source, it's an internal source. It's within an internal source. So, I have found, personally, doing the Wim Hof method and taking the cold showers, you have a whole nother level of feeling and self-discipline. Okay? And if you go down a dark path of depression, of feeling, oh, I miss this person, I can't ever find anybody to replace this person, don't think like that. Because what happens in your subconscious mind is you keep telling yourself, I can't replace them. You begin to believe the lie. And once you believe the lie, it becomes your truth, not somebody else's truth. It won't. You tell your friends, you tell your family, they're going to be like, oh, you're crazy. Why? Because there's no emotional attachment. When you have an emotional attachment to something, like a car, or someone, like a woman, or a partner, it makes you feel something. And that feeling is addictive. So, moving forward, journal. Moving forward, listen to the things in your mind, even read old text messages that they sent you that pissed you off, and that, changes the way you think. Because what happens is your mind wants to feel good. So it doesn't care about the facts. It's not concerned about the facts. It's just concerned about feeling good. So even if it's unhealthy. So your mind will be like, oh, well, yeah, but they made me feel good because they did whatever memory that comes up in your mind. She knew how to massage my feet well, or she knew how to do this very well. Whatever memory, whatever mental memory that you have that makes you feel good about that person, your mind is going to gravitate to that. It's like, I don't care how I get to that place, as long as I get back to it, as long as I can feel good again. So you have to understand that. You have to recognize that. And then, just like a computer, you have to just reprogram your mind. So I hope this helps someone that's watching. It's something that I'm going through. I'm not going to stay there. I'm going through because I already have someone new that I've met. But as I mentioned before, what you have to look out for is when you meet somebody new and they begin to implant, to do that neuro-linguistic programming and do those impressions on your mind. Oh my gosh, she makes me feel wonderful. And she does all these wonderful things. Yet that's coming from an external source. And you don't want to have anything influence you too much for you to feel good coming from an external source. Feeling good, you should feel good about yourself anyway, because you're here, you're alive, you're breathing, and you're watching the channel. Anything you can do to impact yourself. Number one, you should love yourself, okay? Because you can't love anybody else if you don't have the right view and right language to be able to love yourself in order to love somebody else. So understand that, recognize that, and thanks for watching. I hope this helps you. Take care.